The North East Lincolnshire Council has been part of the Department for Education's Delivering Better Value in Send programme for the last 3 years. We were selected as a local authority to work with the department in the first tranche of LAs that were chosen. Part of the programme was to issue the local authority with £1 million of grant funding, and what we have done with ours is a whole raft of activity, from workforce development offer, an outreach offer, working with other colleagues across health, public health and our colleagues in social care to really improve and strengthen knowledge and understanding around some common areas that we see where children present with additional needs. So we've managed to fund a wealth of workforce development. That includes things like e-learning on potty training and school readiness skills. We also trained over 200 staff internally across children's services on intensive interaction. We've also provided all of our school and education settings and early years settings with the WellComm screening tool, which is for speech and language need, recognising that actually that graduated responsive assess plan do review can now be really strengthened in this area, because every single education setting in North East Lincolnshire has got access to WellComm, which provides the assessment and screening tool alongside the big book of ideas and intervention support. In addition to that, we've also worked with national organisations such as L-Plan and the Bus Model and Whole School Send. We've worked with our partners at the Learn Send Hub to evaluate all 60 of our schools. They've all had a minimum of 1 day's consultation. Most of them have had 2 from an independent Send consultant to really understand and get under the teeth of the different elements across an education setting that really need strength and improvement and support. What that has shown us is that we've got some amazing elements of best practice across North East Links, and where some of our settings and trusts have needed wider support to strengthen areas, we've been able to really target some of our workforce development to those settings. We've also run training not just for our SENCOs over the last 3 years, but also for middle leaders, being a middle leader in the current Ofsted guidance and that curriculum intent, making sure that your curriculum is appropriate for every learner in your school is vitally important. In addition to that, we've also offered training and awareness for leadership teams around the role of things like the SEND governor. We've also provided some packages for teaching assistants as well. We've made the Autism Education Trust Making Sense of Autism a free 2-hour module to anybody who would like to undertake it, both in terms of sessions that centrally run sessions that you can sign up to attend, as well as being able to deliver that in a number of settings as part of their inset days across the borough as well. So a whole raft of support has been available in order to try and improve both attendance and that sense of belonging for our children with SEND, alongside improving outcomes for our children as well. In addition to that, we've also been able to provide some support for our colleagues in the NHS around the speech and language therapy waiting list. We ran a 12-month-long initiative to reduce the waiting times for children that were on their waiting for assessment and some direct therapy. We've also done some work with our children on EOTAS packages as well, to ensure that their package of support was appropriate to their need and ensuring that that was made available for them where they needed it. In addition to that, we've worked with our partners at Cambridge Park Academy to deliver the Springboard Outreach Pilot for the last 2 years as well. We're really pleased that we've been able to successfully secure that for another 3 years, so that will support our colleagues in early years settings and Key Stage 1 for children who are perhaps presenting with neuro behaviours that need additional support. The team come in and teach alongside existing colleagues in a setting and provide training and resources and tryouts of resources as well that may help alongside some of that interaction and communication with the children's families as well. The last academic year we've also had a targeted support programme where we've worked with colleagues at Positive Regard to work with 10 of our schools over the last year around their behaviour culture, behaviour policies, in order to again support in a different way to really make sure that our children with emerging or identified SEND have been identified and supported at a school level first before we consider anything else. So we've seen some real improvements in terms of the reduction of permanent exclusions in some of our schools where they've received that support, alongside a completely different approach that we've seen in some settings to how they now work with and support and identify that support differently for our children with SEND. So this has been a really positive experience, I think, for North East Lincolnshire and testament to the partnership that's out there. So huge thank you to those leaders who have released staff, Senkos, middle leaders to attend training, but also to take some time to help us evaluate what's worked really well and what we can do and strengthen moving forwards as well.